Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. Good morning to you. How are
It's like
you?
sending a giant good morning hug. How are you doing this morning?
I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to multitask because we only have a couple days left until Christmas. And so I'm trying to shop and also manage like all of the other things that are going on. And I'm feeling a little strung out from all of it.
We get kind of this season can get a little tiring by this point.
Yeah. And so speaking, I actually, it's kind of, this is kind of good timing. Everybody who is watching, hello, by the way. So I made the executive decision because, I'm the boss. I made an executive decision like 5 minutes ago, and I just sent a message to my team, and I was like, no lives next week. No lives. I'm taking all of next week off because I was going to try to still do a Friday show next week. And when I looked at the calendar and I was like, well, Q's mom's coming here. My mom's going to be here. I was like, when am I going to have time to do? I'm not going to have time to do it. So guys, there's not going to be any lives next week at all, which I know you guys probably assumed anyway. And there will be an official like post about it. But, just so that everybody can like chill out and take a break next week. And I didn't want to, but I kind of have to. So, but that's going to be my reset. So
yeah, I'm trying to take some next week off too. And I'm looking forward. And so I think it is needed.
I think so too. We get to the end of the year always seems to be so stressful and just jam-packed full of things. So I was talking last week with the community about it, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to take any time off. And people were like, you kind of need to rethink that. You probably do need to take some time off. So I wasn't able to hear it last week, but I'm definitely able to hear it today.
And it has been decided.
Yes, it's been decided. So what do you do for the holidays? I know you guys do things a little bit differently. I love, by the way, that you have Christmas stuff in the office. That's pretty amazing.
Look at our tree. Well, so I'm like, I mean, I feel like I'm culturally Jewish, but I also I love like holiday spirits and Christmas time, and I just think it's like so wonderful.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of people in my life who just like love Christmas, so like I think they've brought me into the fold of all of it.
Yeah.
So it's really just like nice time with friends and just like that holiday excitement can like nice to lean into in this like dark time of year.
Exactly.
If you know what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah, I've got New Year's. Like, I know what Christmas is going to be. Like, it's already going to be what it is going to be. But now I'm thinking like New Year's, because that's just like not very far away. Like, Christmas happens and then you have New Year's, and I'm already thinking like, okay, so who's coming? What does the menu need to be? And like, what do I need to get from the store? Like, because Christmas has already got its allotted stuff. But now I'm thinking
your hands know it too.
I know, right? So I'm thinking about New Year's. Do you do anything special? Like, do you get together with your friends and stuff for New Year's?
I'm trying to put something together this year.
Yeah.
More like that weekend before New Year's. People seem to be very available. So I'm doing a holiday New Year's like combo.
That's fun.
With just like a small group of friends. I think I'm gonna host and do some sort of like potluck, and I want to make a ton of types of cookies, and I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. New Year's is my excuse to eat party food. Not that I need an excuse to eat party food, but
I was like
calories don't count on New Year's. That's what I tell myself.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Are you doing a big thing for New Year's this year?
So, Q's mom and brother were not able to get here on Christmas, so they're coming on the 27th and they're staying through New Year's. So they're going to be here, which automatically just kind of means that people come and kind of congregate stop at our house because everybody wants to come and see her and visit with her and visit with KJ. And so people are coming anyway. And I'm like, well, we may as well just like make a thing out of it because everybody's going to be here anyway. So I anticipate there being a lot of people and probably a lot of board games because that's kind of like our thing right now. We've been finding like the most fun like games we can find at Walmart, like the most random. Listen, if you guys have not shopped in the board game section in a long time because you're like you think board games are lame, it's totally changed. So there's so many like party type games.
You should talk to Rachel. She's like been obsessed with finding new board games.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you already have plenty, but she's like been all over getting new games that have been really fun.
Cool. I'll have to ask her what she recommends because I'm always looking for new ones. I love games. We take stuff to my mom's and play games there, and then when everybody's here, we play games here. And like we usually play like card games that are fast paced, like, you know, we'll do something fun that's party related, but then for everybody who's going to be here for a long extended amount of time, we'll play things like Catan or Risk that take like longer. You know, you have to sit down and really play strategy, and I love those just as much as the fast paced.
Like spend hours and hours together.
Yeah, I love that. You know, you eat leftovers and sit around the table, and it's good time to chat while you're playing. You know, it's good stuff.
Especially like as it gets colder outside, I think it's a good segue to like kind of our theme today with what we're making too.
I agree. So let's keep the chilliness on our bodies with our sparkly jewelry, but stay inside and be warm.
Exactly. Exactly.
So let's talk about it.
We're unboxing and going to be creating with the December Sam's Bead box. Yes. It is titled Winter Wanderer, and it's all about like this icy landscape, but also like the fun times that we can make even in a cold winter time.
Yes.
Rachel wrote the insert this month all about her time living in the Midwest, in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and all of her favorite like winter activities. Her main one was snowshoeing, which I got to do with her at least once when I would go and visit. And she lived, there's like so many lakes in Wisconsin and Minnesota, and I think they say like Minnesota's like the land of a bajillion lakes, but I think maybe someone at some point told me, don't quote me, that Wisconsin has like even more lakes.
Yeah.
And so she lived near downtown Madison, where there was multiple lakes. They're like in this like isthmus, a piece of land that cuts in between a lake, two lakes. I don't know. And she would go snowshoeing around the lakes, and it was just such a cool special activity. So this box is all about crystal tones and beautiful teal kind of glacier lake tones. So we're going to take a look at it, and then Sarah's has a whole design for us today. So welcome.
Yes, welcome. So, okay. Oh, this box. This is now in my this might actually be my favorite box ever. Like ever. I know that's like because there's some
that's a big statement.
I know. But when I opened this box, I fell in love immediately. I was like, I don't even want to make anything because I just love looking at it. It's so perfectly curated and perfectly embodies the wintertime and the icicles and and I'm telling you,
my gosh.
I have chill bumps. That's ridiculous. Like I seriously do. I love this box so much.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. So I've been looking forward to this unboxing and doing for a while now. So I'm ready to dig in. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. All right, Sarah, let's do an unboxing on your screen.
Okay.
I always like you to lead I like you leading the flow. We get to see all the things that are getting you extra excited.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, I don't even know where to start because this box makes me so ridiculously happy. Okay, let's see. I'm going to start with the things that are in baggies first. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it the other way around. Let's start with strands. Start with strands.
Let's do it.
Oh, my goodness. There's nothing in this box that I don't absolutely adore. Okay, we're going to start out with the check glass.
Yes. All right, you've got some of our vitriol fire polish rounds there.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, these have that beautiful inner glow in them.
Yes.
And I love a color changing bead. Like, I think they're so special. And we did them in some daggers as well to match.
Yes. So let me grab the daggers. So there's only... So the daggers are not, there's not only, but the daggers are now in a baggie because I use some of them. This is one of the most beautiful daggers I think I've ever seen, ever. I'm not big on daggers. I like to use them because I like the way that they add to a design, but I'm not much of a seed beater. So sometimes using daggers can be a challenge for me because I'm not real sure where to put them. However, I love them, and I love, like, there's so many that have like what is it that, like, they lasered on etched stuff that is amazing, which I love. But I think this tops the cake for me. These are my favorite daggers. I don't think I've ever seen anything so pretty because they have that beautiful shift to them. It's like green, but purple, but blue. Oh, so pretty.
They're really cool.
They're absolutely amazing. And they fit this theme. I'm telling you, you guys put this together, it could not have been more perfect. Like, it embodies every single bit of the insert. Like, I saw it, I felt it, I was so there. These are so pretty, and they're pretty because they're silver on the other side, so you get that kind of that really beautiful color that kind of glows within, but then you also have the beautiful silver. So if they flip around on you, you know how jewelry is when you wear it, you're still going to get a beautiful piece. And that's the way these are as well. You're going to get that beautiful glow within, but you still have that beautiful silver. So no matter how you look at the bead in the design, it's amazing. So pretty. Alrighty.
Oh, our first teal element. This is a color you'll see throughout a lot of the box. We had to do a lot of custom production to kind of hone in on the exact colors we wanted. But this teal felt so perfect for this lake idea that we wanted to achieve.
It really does. And what makes this so perfect is the silver little cap on them. It's like a little ice cap on the top of the water. It
feels so wintry.
It really does. Oh, I love.
Oh, we got our first gemstone.
I need background music for all of these
The weather
pieces.
outside is frightful.
They're so beautiful.
So Sarah's got our hand-cut apatite there in this lovely, like, sky blue apatite, which is one of my favorite types. I love all apatite. I'll take all apatite all the time. These are just super fun because they're like, oh, that's kind of our color. We need that.
Yes.
It's also kind of one of our first fancier elements of the box. You'll see that that's kind of a theme we focused on this month. Was overall it's a slightly smaller box.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to put some, like, really high end pieces in.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I don't really notice that it's smaller. I would not have known that had you not said, like, I don't notice it. I don't think
it's, like, crazy much smaller, but, like, very subtly, it's how we had to make some tough calls, Sarah.
Yeah.
To do some of the fancy things you're about to show. All right, we got some of our custom melon drops in our same perfect teal. I feel like you're a big teal person. That's something I remember about you for a long time now.
It's my power color. Like, whenever I wear teal, I feel very confident. You know how some people just have those colors that when you wear them, you just feel good, no matter what it is. teal is one of those for me, and I don't have a lot of it, but every time I wear it, I just feel good. It's a feel good color for me. So I love to see it in beads. This is one of my favorite strands.
Me too. I had this like visceral reaction when I like walked upstairs a few weeks ago and there was a tub of them before we had made the bead boxes.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, Shira, did you see the fire polish? I could not believe how cool that blue lagoon coating came out on a fire polish bead.
Yeah. They're amazing.
I always think they're so cool. And we intentionally matched them with another bead with those carved coins, the sunburst coins.
Yes. So this is my other favorite bead in here.
And it looks really good on a flat bead. That's exactly the right one.
Okay, just my
it's the same coating on just a different shape.
Yeah, and I'm obsessed. This is my favorite bead in the box, hands down. Favorite bead in here. It's a tough choice because I do have some other favorites, but as far as the beads are concerned, this is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite thing in the box. 100%. They're beautiful.
It kind of looks like a glowing teal, which so I could kind of see why it's up your alley.
Yeah. Love.
It's like sparkle. It's like teal meets labradorite.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. All right. Along that, so I'm going to deviate from the strands for just a second because when I grabbed these, I was like, oh, one of my other favorites was sitting right next to it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab. So this was a little package of 2. And I love them both, but this is my other favorite bead in the box is the one with the tree. It's just beautiful. It's exactly what I think of when I think of winter, because I know a lot of people are not winter people because it's the trees are missing their leaves. It can be gray. It can be cloudy. It can just be kind of stark and there's a lot missing. However, I see that as a beautiful thing. Like it is like nature's way of resetting. And so to me, a tree without any leaves on it is it's just nature's reset. To me, it's one of the most beautiful things. And if I can recreate that in jewelry, which I've tried to do, I have a couple of pieces that I've made that I feel like kind of embody this feeling. But to me, this bead is a feeling. It's not just a picture of a tree on a bead. Like it is a feeling, the whole thing, which I absolutely adore. So I was really, really excited about that. This also is stunning. If I could keep my fingerprints off of it, it's even prettier.
No, it's a little fingerprint pro because it's like full silver.
But I love this because the contrast here is like, okay, we've still got flowers. Like you can still include beautiful flowers in your jewelry designs, even if they're wintertime pieces. And you can do flowers in such a beautiful way. This kind of reminds me of a flower that you did in a box previously where they were like a purpley, icicle-y blue. I can't remember. Yeah. They were little flowers. And they could have been flowers. Yeah. They could have been snowflakes or they could have been flowers. It could have gone either way. And they were just beautiful. And that's what this reminds me of. So pretty.
Oh, you have me all in the feels talking about the tree metaphor here, Sarah.
I can't help it. This time of year gets me very, very nostalgic and like in my feels for sure. So
you really know how to like whisper through the beads. Like you understand all the meanings.
I'm obsessed with this box. I'm telling you, it's just beautiful. And that's the perfect color. It's perfect. All of this is just,
that's our core color in fire polish. We would love to have a good smaller size fire polish to play with each month.
These are stunning too.
One of our mixed glass pieces. This is literally take different rods of glass. Sometimes like these mixes also come from like the leftovers. Like these will become these one-off batches where like they've pressed each of these colors. They made some of that turquoise blue and some of that aqua teal. And then they have like a little bit of glass left from a bunch of colors. And they'll kind of like make soup out of it. Yeah. They'll melt it all together and press it. And then I get beads that I like even more.
Oh
because
yeah.
you get all of the colors in one here.
Yeah.
So we often can't reorder beads like this because they're like, oh no, we just made that like to help save the glass. But I'm like,
yeah.
but I want it always. That's part of I think what makes it so special is that it's just like one of a kind bead.
Yeah. Look at these. Oh, so pretty.
Okay, one of my favorites. I already made a necklace with mine. It is our teal curved petals, and we always are trying to include some top drill beads each month. I've just been getting more and more obsessed with top drill beads lately because they're easy dangles, easy focal centers, great for earrings. And then these have like the snow dusting on them.
They're so pretty. They're so pretty. Love, love, love. This is one
it's
of
hitting me why this box appeals to you. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier, but it's like I think when we unboxed the very first Sam's Bead box in March of 2021, I remember you telling me about your like insane love of teal. Like it's one of the first things you ever told me about you. And I learned a lot about you over the years, and you chose that to start.
Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. This was such a perfect choice. So I had to giggle at myself. Well, not really at myself. I was giggling at you and Rachel when I was unboxing this box because I would pull up a strand and I just giggle. I'd be like, they so know what they're doing. This was just another perfect choice. It's like holding a strand of ice in your hand.
I am kind of obsessed with these. They have a really good crystal structure. They have good clarity.
Yeah.
And they're exactly like, they're like little snowy ice chips. Which like when I visited, I lived in Wisconsin with Rachel for the first bit of the pandemic. And so I was there like March and April. And so it was as the lakes were slowly melting. And so the shores would have like sheets of ice coming up on them.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I have videos of it as I should post, and it totally reminds me of those crystal quartz chips.
Yeah. Gosh. So awesome. It was so awesome. This is another icing edition. Look at this. It's like little pools of water. They're just so wonderful.
I hope you're not drinking any silver water, Sarah.
No, but I mean, really, if you look at it, they're like little water droplets. I shouldn't be drinking silver water. That's not a good thing.
Look at this mercury. No, I'm kidding. This is not mercury. But
oh my goodness. But they're not 100% silver. They have that clear, like,
100%. I'm giving you a hard time.
I know. Like, Sarah drinks mercury. No. I love them. I love them so much. They're so, so pretty. Then another one of my favorites.
Okay, this one was fun to design. This is our Candy Jade strand, and we picked 3 colors for it. Custom for this box, and I love how they came together. So you got a white and then a dark blue and a kind of aqua, more towards like aqua amazonite tone.
Yeah, so pretty. I love the pop of the dark blue. I think that was like such a good addition. And one of the things that I love about the jade, you've done jade strands before, like you've just had them in the shop, and you sometimes have these where they're color blocked. One of my favorite things to do is just take them from this and just transfer them straight over to a strand because they're so beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I did for my necklace. I didn't overcomplicate it. I think I strung it in sets of 3, like dark blue, light blue, white, in sections on the necklace, and then some space between before the next section, and it was very fun.
So pretty. I love the seed bead mix.
It came out so nice this month. We got some really teals and clear.
It's really nice. Really, really nice. Love those.
And these are Miyuki seed beads. Like, these are high quality Japanese seed beads, very uniform. And
then speaking of
this box isn't feeling small at all.
Not at all. I'm telling you, like, you gave us all of this was like a heavy hitter. It's got all the good stuff in it. this big, beautiful piece of jade. Yes,
We
please.
had to have this. We ordered this at the same time as the rondelles, and we were told like, okay, it might not 100% match the rondelles because it's just like a different process, slightly. But the goal we told like the cutter is like we would love the pen to be as close as possible to the light blue of our jade strand.
Yeah, so pretty.
And it totally reminds me of like the fasting kind of looks like a snowflake to me, and with kind of the geometric pattern of the hexagon. And are you saving all the extra fancy things for last? Because there's some nice things coming.
I am. Okay, so these are so pretty. I love those.
I think Xena likes them too.
My dogs are just in a whole mood today. I'm telling you. Oh, those
Aren't these
so
pretty? This is a new shape for the box, I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure. These are these flower rectangles, and they're drilled lengthwise. So we thought like this would be such a cute little pair of earrings here.
Yes, perfect for earrings. Perfect instant gratification jewelry right there because they're so beautiful. It's all about the bead. You know, you don't have to do much. You don't have to overcomplicate. You just, if you wanted to add like one other something to them, you could, or you could just pop these on a piece of wire, make a wrapped loop, and call it a day. So pretty.
Kathy, the name of this box is Winter Wanderer. We're almost unboxing it, and we're going to be doing some making. If you're not subscribed to Sam's Bead Box, you can go to samsbeadbox.com and subscribe with Sarah's code, SARA, for $5 off your first month. The January box is a collab box with bead friend Brittany of Turquoise Street, so we're very excited about that.
Stop with the sparkle. I can't take it. They're so pretty. I almost made earrings with this for my project, and I was like, that's what everybody expects me to do. Everybody expects me to grab these and make earrings out of them because that is such a Sara thing. But I didn't. I didn't do it. And so now I'm saving them, and I'm not sure what else I'm going to add to them. But yes, these will be earrings before the end of the week because I'm feeling like I need to be wearing these on New Year's because they're just so fabulous. Oh, yes.
I really hope you make something for yourself with those because those are very Sara.
Oh, yes. Totally. So beautiful. All right. Now, my second. Okay, so I told you my very favorite thing in this box is this strand right here, right? The coins. My second favorite thing in the box is right here in my hand. Now, I'm telling you, it's a hard choice because there's lots. Okay, so first, second, I'm sorry, this is third because the second was the tree. This is my third favorite thing in the box.
I think I know what's in your hand.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so pretty. Stop it. So, okay, it's a button. And everybody knows how I feel about buttons. They're the most beautiful thing that you can add to jewelry. And when they look like this, oh my. I can't even. This is going to be a bracelet for me at some point. This button is, it was made for me. I'm telling you.
If we have time today, would you show us how to turn that into like a connector for a bracelet?
Yes.
Because we haven't shown that Sara technique in a while, and it's one of my favorites.
A connector for a bracelet. I'm confused.
You have a special way of wire wrapping.
Yeah. I totally forgot. Yes, I will show you how to do that. 100%. Yes. Stop whining. Go lay down. Stop whining. Oh my goodness, these dogs.
Baby.
All right, we've got one more
Wait, how old is Xena?
Xena? Oh, you mean the baby? The baby Vega. Yeah. She just turned one.
Vega.
Yeah, she just turned one. So she's still very much a baby.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
I love you and your dog life.
Listen, some days it's a little much.
The dog life didn't choose me. Oh wow, there's still more. We have our tier cast elements of the month. These are the last items here, I think.
Yep, it's so beautiful.
All right, so we've got, I don't want to get the names wrong. We've got our open lotus charms there at the top, 13 millimeter, one pair. and our Mendy charm, 24 millimeters tall, a pair of those, both from our friends at TierCast. And we're just not going to go there right now. I'm already too sad about all of that. So, but the good news is we have many months of TierCast in the 2024 calendar of Sam's Bead box. So even though TierCast is no longer in production, we worked ahead with them to get their beautiful pieces for many months in 2024.
Yep. Look at this all together. How beautiful that is. Oh, I can't.
You just helped me fall in love with the box again, Sarah.
It's just stunning. I mean, it really, really is. And it's one of the most beautiful boxes ever. And I am partial to the teal, so I might not be the best judge. However, I do feel like this is one of the most beautiful boxes that I have ever opened of yours. And that's saying something because every single month, I'm never disappointed. I'm never disappointed. Your boxes are always stunning. This one was everything I hoped it would be and then some. And I'm so in love with it. So yeah.
Heart you, Sarah.
Oh, I love you guys back. You guys know what you're doing. Okay, so let's make something. Let's make something beautiful.
I'm ready for it. Or I'm going to zoom you in. We're making some Dreamy Icicle earrings today.
We are indeed. We're going to use one of those daggers. Well, actually two if you're making a set of earrings. But we're going to put together some easy little earrings here using some wire. Now, listen, if wire is not your thing, you can do this with beading wire, too. So if you wanted to stitch these instead, you absolutely could. These are super, super easy to put together. Stop fighting, guys. Come on now. It's Christmas time. Santa Claus is watching you. Good grief. They act like they don't know how to behave. I don't get it. But I'm going to use some 24 gauge wire for this, but I will tell you that 26 gauge will work as well. What you want is a thin gauge wire, because if you'll notice, we're actually going to go through some of the seed beads twice with the wire. So you just want to be sure that whatever wire you're using, whether it's Sherman style, whether it's artistic wire, or whatever your favorite wire is, that you are using one that will go through your seed beads 2 times, at least in 3 different places. Now, I mentioned beading wire, so you can stitch this if you wanted to use like Wildfire or a Fireline or whatever your favorite beading wire is. You can also do this with bead stringing wire, and at the top here use a wire guardian and a crimp. So this is one of those designs that like you can do this with whatever your favorite material is to use. You don't have to do this with wire. You can quite literally do it with whatever your favorite is. They're really, really easy to put together. This is going to be a great little pair of earrings that only takes a fraction of time to put them together. And then you can either wear them or you can give them as a gift. Hostess gifts, guys, there's never not a good time to give a hostess gift. And since we're all jewelry makers, jewelry is always like one of my top choices. And I like to like hang them from like a nice bottle of wine or whatever my other gift is. Like, you know, you'll take like a bottle of wine, wrap a ribbon, and then hang the little earrings from it. That's one of my favorite ways to give a hostess gift this time of year, because number one, everybody needs a glass of wine this time of year, and number two, who doesn't love sparkle?
I love the idea of giving it together. It's such because it's something handmade and then something
something
intoxicating.
Exactly. All right, so I'm using the little daggers here. I'm also using some of the seed beads. Now, I pulled some of the clear AB seed beads from the seed bead mix, but let me tell you, when I made these earrings the first time, I actually used the teal color of the seed beads. You can do this earring with any of the seed beads, and it looks amazing. So if you wanted to use the dark blue or the teal color, you absolutely can, or you could mix them all in there. So you don't have to use exactly what I'm using here. I pulled 2 of the custom fire polish from that beautiful strand, and then some of the smaller fire polish to put this together. All right, so I'm going to use
nice variation on right angle weave.
It really
I don't know if I've ever seen it with wire.
And it can be tricky with wire, just as long as you're using a thin enough wire. That's That's always kind of the issue is like you get started with it and you're like, oh, it's going to be great. But then you get to the point where you have to cross the wires inside a bead. And that's like the make or break moment that tells you whether or not it's actually going to work or if you need to go down a size in your wire. I have lost my cutter tool. Hold on. All right. So again, I'm using some 24 gauge wire here, but use whatever is going to go through your seed beads more than once. So I'm going to thread on, I'm going to start at the bottom here. I'm going to thread on one of my daggers. And then I'm going to kind of bring those to the middle of my wire. Your wire you don't need a whole lot of wire for this either. Like probably 6 inches. I've cut way more than that, but 6 inches is probably all you're going to need. And that's probably even a lot more than you actually need. But I'm going to do a seed bead on either side of the dagger. So drop those down, and then I'm going to do one of the beautiful teal colored fire polish on either side of that. All right, and then I'm going to take another seed bead, and I'm going to thread this seed bead onto one of the wires, and then I'm going to take the other end of the wire, and I'm going to go through that same bead in the opposite direction. So we're crisscrossing those wires inside that seed bead, and then you're just going to pull down.
We got a good question about if we had more of the daggers. We sold out of the exact one in the box, but Rachel found these etched ones that are kind of insane. Like somehow, like Sarah, if you saw the etched ones, you would be like,
yeah.
Wait, they got even better.
Yeah.
And so those are available on as part of our beadbox extras that are already posted. If you go check out the link below this video.
I'm gonna have to go look. Now I'm intrigued.
They're really cool.
All right, now I'm gonna thread on the larger.
They're all like bound together, so I cut some.
One on either side. Okay, then I'm going to do a seed bead on either side.
Was this one of your first ideas with the box, Sarah?
It was, yeah. Yeah, I knew I wanted to make earrings and I wanted to make something kind of icicle-y, like, I'm always kind of drawn to the icicle type design. So I definitely wanted to do an earring, and I played around with this one, mixing up the beads to see what how I wanted to construct it, and this was ultimately what I settled on. But to be honest with you, you can mix and match your check glass beads, you can mix and match the seed beads like I mentioned. Like you can make this exact same design look completely different just by swapping the beads out. So it's pretty cool. And so easy. So easy. So I'm going to put another fire polish, the smaller ones, on either side.
I love that you always manage to teach us like something new, a little spin on something.
I try.
Like, it's very transferable. Like I always feel like I learn a piece from you, and then I'm like, oh, now I always feel like I always can see the vision of how that can be applied so much further.
Yes. That's always my goal. I love hearing that.
Like I feel like you teach me to fish, Sarah.
I love that.
I mean, I'm literally doing one of your techniques right now. I'm not even like, it's proving my point without even trying.
Hush, go lay down. Oh, now
no fishing for you.
Go lay down. Be quiet.
I don't know if I would have the patience for a husky.
I don't have the patience for a husky. I'll be 100% honest with you. Like I knew what I was getting into because this was not my first husky, but this one has been. She's definitely a very challenging version of every other husky I've ever had. She's something else. She's an escape artist. Now she's learned how to open her crate, which makes me absolutely crazy because if I leave the house, I have to crate her because she destroys things. I mean, that's just kind of what huskies do. But now she can open her crate, so it doesn't even matter that I crate her when I leave. When I come home, she greets me at the front door. I'm like, really? Really? All right, so I put a fire polish and another seed bead on either side. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one more seed bead and we're gonna crisscross. Now she's playing with the others. Stop. My goodness.
Sarah, you definitely don't have a boring life.
I don't. I know. I don't. That's that one that you hear right now. That's my German Shepherd, and they're playing with a toy, and he's very vocal. He's much more vocal than she is, oddly enough.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's a talker. All right, now if you need to use your tools to pull the wire, that's okay too. Nobody says you can't do that. Just be careful not to pull too tight because, again, it's a thin gauge wire, 24, 26. That's a pretty thin gauge wire. If you pull on it too much, you're definitely going to break it. So you got to be gentle, but there's no reason why you can't use your tools to help. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to treat this kind of like a briolette. So where those wires are coming out in opposite directions, I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to bend it over the top of the bead, and then I'm going to bend the other one over the top of the bead. So we're doing that crisscross thing that you would do if this were a briolette. And my wires are both pretty long, so I don't really have a long wire or a short wire, but I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to bend it straight up and down, and then I'm going to take the other one and bend it out. And then I'm going to take the wire, so my L shape here, I'm going to take the foot of my L shape and wrap it around the straight wire at least once, twice if you feel like you need it. And then I'm going to cut that off. So trimming that off. And now we're down to just the one wire. You can do a wrap loop here if you want to. I'm going to add a bead before I do mine. So I'm going to drop down one more of the fire polish. Oh my goodness. Those are so pretty. It's such a pretty.
I like that you put, I don't think I would have thought to put both the fire polish together. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty. Now I'm just going to do a wrapped loop and add my ear wire, and these will be done. This is a super easy, instant gratification. Looks like it took a lot of time, and it didn't. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. People who don't know how to make jewelry, sometimes they look at things that are super easy and they're like, oh, that looks like that took a while. And I'm like, not really, but I don't tell them that part.
Like I did this, I spent hours on this for you.
It took me forever. All right, so there's my wrap loop. I'm going to cut off the excess, and then I'm just going to add my ear wire, and these are going to be done. Easy peasy. And they're so, so pretty. So while I was making this, I was thinking, you could make some of these, like you could make a set for you could make a set for your friend, right? Or you could make several of these because you've got enough beads, right? You've got enough beads. You could make several of these and do, or maybe just 3. But you could do these as drops in the front of an amazing necklace. Like, imagine like if I had another one to put right here. And instead of the ear wires, like I did this beautiful beaded, like drippy front necklace. So they could be the focals of a necklace as well as earrings. And you've got enough beads, you could actually do both. So you could do the earrings and then you could make a matching necklace with it and just bead in between them. It would be absolutely beautiful. So pretty. What are you working on?
I need to phone a friend here. Let me flip my camera around. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I have a vision and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Let's see. So I started with a Sarah herringbone on the coin. Oh, I meant for that to be the front side.
So pretty.
And then you mentioned the edge that we talked about the daggers, and I went Jesse grabbed the etch daggers.
Oh my goodness, I need those.
Aren't these crazy?
Oh, those are so pretty.
So I had this idea for a pendant, and so I strung them on the similar way, and then I've been trying to wrap them kind of using another one of your techniques, but it's very hard in this instance.
Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of room there to work with. That's 100%
No.
doable, but it's going to take you a little bit of time. Like that was a bold choice for a live.
I was hoping to be able to wrap it just on the outside, but then I realized I was going to have to then come.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
up
it's going to
into
look
it.
amazing.
Oh, but I'm struggling here with how to get the wraps to go where I want them. So anyway, this is the idea. So I'm just kind of gonna pause before I start fighting it too much. I see that's the idea. There's also other ways I could wrap those on. What if I wrap them separately and then attached it?
Yeah. That
think
might
I'm gonna do
actually
that.
be easier. That might actually
think
be a
that would be
lot
better.
easier.
Because I can make like basically a little bar for myself
Right.
and wrap that either onto this or onto like an adjacent part. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot easier. But that's the idea.
I love it. It's gorgeous. Oh, it's going to be so pretty.
Now I just have a lot of bead soup on my desk.
You have the prettiest bead soup ever, though. All right. So you had asked me, I'm going to have to grab some different wire here in just a second. But oh my gosh, Sam, those are amazing. You're such a tease.
I like a good bead, Sarah.
All right. So you had asked me to take the button and show you how to make a connector with it. So I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to have to kind of hope I get it right. But let's see here. Let's take some 22 gauge wire. So if you wanted to use your button as a pendant, or if you wanted to make it a connector. So if you wanted to make it a connector, it's a little bit different. I'll show you how to do that, but we're going to start out with just one loop on this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of wire and you're going to thread that through the shank on the back. Okay, now I have to remember how I did this. Okay, so you're going to take the wire and you're going to crisscross.
This is like a pop quiz on your own technique.
Yeah, you're going to pull that down. Pull that down pretty close to the shank. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take one of those wires, the one that's over the top, and you're going to go all the way around the outside of the shank. Back up here to the top. Okay, and then you're going to cross your wires again. Okay, so basically you've made two loops. You've looped through the shank, and then you've looped all the way around the outer edge of the shank. And then you can take these and treat them like a briolette. So you're going to take one of the wires, the shorter of the two, if you've got a shorter one, and you're going to wrap that around your straight wire here. And the cool part about this is that all this wire wrapping is on the back. So when you turn this over, you just have a piece of wire sticking out that you can at that point do whatever you want to do with it. If you want to wire wrap, do like a wrapped loop, you can take your wire wraps and make them meet, and you don't have to worry if they look seamless or not, because it's quite literally on the back of your button. So nobody's going to see it anyway. So I've wire wrapped around here a couple of times, just kind of tidying those up a little bit.
I might have missed it. Did you squeeze when you were wrapping around the shank, did you squeeze the wires with your pliers?
I have not done that part yet. Yeah, so I'm going to do that here in just a second. Because if you've got a little bit of, having a hard time getting my pliers or my cutter in there. So if you're having a little bit of a problem where your button wants to kind of fall forward, or you've got too much wiggle room there. Yeah, I know. If it's not a dog, it's a robot. It's always something. To fix that, you're going to take your pliers, and you can either use your chain nose pliers or you can use your flat nose pliers. You're going to take the wire that's going on the outside edge of your shank. Oh my goodness. And you're going to squeeze it. They sound like dinosaurs in here now. You're going to squeeze it up against the shank, and the tighter you squeeze it, except this one didn't for some reason, but the tighter you squeeze it, the less wiggle you're going to have there. There we go. So now it's not, there's less wiggle here. So that means that now when I look at this from the front, this is what I have. I've got my beautiful button, which now has become like a drop or a bead or whatever I need it to be. And now I can thread beads on the top here and do a wrapped loop. So I could, let's see here.
This is also one of my favorite Sara techniques.
I used to do this a lot. I don't know if you guys remember or not. Some of you will. I used to work for a company that also had a button company. And so when I was given the opportunity to play with those buttons, I always wanted to turn them into jewelry. So I did. I had to figure out how to do that. So there you can add your beads to it and then do a wrapped loop or a simple loop or what have you, and you've got a beautiful drop. Now, if you want to make it a connector on both sides, you're just going to repeat this exact same process, and you're going to make the wire come out the other side. That's going to give you the opportunity to do a loop here and a loop on the other side. So I'm going to actually go ahead and do the loop on this side.
It's such a nice way to get the buttons to lay how you want.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's folks often want to use them as pendants, especially the buttons can get pretty big.
Yeah.
And this is such a better way that they lay instead of just trying to string a button where it'll kind of tilt a little downwards.
Right.
This is totally solves that. Puts you in the driver's seat of that button.
Oh yeah. You are the boss of your button.
That makes you the button boss.
It does. All right. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing that I already did just over here on the other side. So I'm taking another piece of wire. I'm going to crisscross those wires. Okay. Then I'm going to take one of the wires and again, going down the side of the shank all the way around and then back up. And then I'm going to crisscross those wires. The straight wire, short wire, wrap the shorter wire around the straight wire. I'm kind of doing it messy at the moment. Just it's always interesting in here. That's the baby.
I love that you have company while you work, though.
That's the baby attacking one of the other dogs. Okay, so I've basically just done the exact same thing on the other side, so that now I have the opportunity to make a loop on both sides. And again, squeezing that right up against the shank, and then come in and do another wrapped loop here. Trim that off. And now I have a double connector, right? So when I turn it around this direction, I've got a loop on either side. This one's a little bit longer than the other one. I would need to take some time and kind of fix that. But just so you get the idea, you can do two. So now if you wanted to use it in the middle of something, if you wanted to use it as, as the focal of a bracelet, Or if you still wanted to use it as a drop in a necklace, you could attach it here and then hang something from the bottom if you wanted to. So if you wanted to, get super festive and hang the design we made from it, right? And then make that the focal of a necklace, you could do that. And it's just by wire wrapping around the shank on the back. The big part of this, though, is definitely going to be that squeezing, like Sam mentioned. You want to squeeze those wires up against that shank as tight as you can get them. That's why I like to use my flat nose pliers, because I can really kind of squeeze that. And then it keeps those from being super, super wiggly. There's still a little bit of wiggle there, but I mean, it's not like your button is going to fall forward, right? It's not going to. So yeah.
This is exactly why I wanted to ask you to show that today, because
gosh, Robin Nunn. Robin Nunn said, I've been watching on YouTube and you just blew my mind with this technique with buttons. Thank you. It's a fun technique, right? I mean, it's a good one.
It's a really special one. Thank you for sharing that with us again.
Of course. I didn't do the most beautiful version of it this time around, but I mean, you get the idea. It's really just a matter of securing your wire to that shank. There's actually a couple other ways that you can do that. But I find that this one is the most secure. Sometimes, depending on the button and the weight of the button. Now, this button is not super, super heavy, so I don't feel like I'm going to have a lot of problems with this one. But sometimes if you've got a button that's really front heavy, just adding a jump ring to it is not enough. Depending on how you're going to use it in your piece, if it falls forward, right? If it's going to fall forward, then you don't, it's not going to hang right. You're going to be disappointed in the way that it stays in your piece of jewelry. So getting it stationary, that's a big one. But sometimes, like with this one, like I was trying to say, it's not super heavy. So a jump ring might actually work. You may not have to go through all those steps, but it's one of those things where you don't really know till you try. You know what I mean? But ta-da, we've made our button a bead.
I gotta show you what I'm experimenting over here. I'm trying to summon my inner Sara.
I love it.
We all have some Sara in us.
Oh my goodness.
So I think this will get longer once I start wrapping between them. So I think I'll add a wire wrap loop and then come back in with some thinner wire and wrap those up. And then theoretically, this will start to bend this a bit more and make some sort of wild time focal.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So cool.
So you at least got me to start drafting something. It's not, I grabbed this because I was like, oh, I'll make some cute earrings. And here we are.
I love that I've inspired you. That's awesome.
Well, once you mentioned the daggers, I was like, wait, I need to steal some of those daggers for myself before they're gone.
They're so pretty, and they really go with the box really, really well. So yeah, for those of you who missed out on these, that's a fantastic alternative. They're absolutely stunning. So
we have over 300 people watching here right now, which is crazy. Who is currently a subscriber of Sam's Bead Box? I'm very curious. I've always kind of like, are folks watching who have been looking at the box? Sarah and I, what do we gotta tell you about the box to have you join the fold?
You need, if you're not a part of this box, listen, you're missing out. Obviously, because I just unveiled the most beautiful box in the entire universe. So I mean, you're clearly missing out. But I do want to say though, it is a value, right? The cost of the box in comparison to the items that are in the box, it is an incredible value. There's no way that you could shop for these items individually and it costs the same. You would be well over what you pay for the box if you were to buy these individually. And the fact that
this one is $82.
Exactly.
That's the actual prices of beads in the shop. So if you got one of each of these things in the shop, it costs you $82.
Exactly. Plus the fact that it is curated by people who clearly know what they're doing. And you get the addition of specialty things. So Sam has beads that are made specifically for the boxes and specifically for his shop. So you are getting limited edition items that you're not going to find anywhere else, which makes it that much more special. So to me, it's kind of like, what are you waiting for? Because I'll put it this way to you, because I do subscribe to other boxes, and there's other boxes that I love for other reasons, right? They're not in the same category. They fall in a different category completely. When it comes to getting the most bang for your buck and the quality, it is 100% in this box. And I feel like even if you get a box that you don't love the color scheme, I mean, because we don't all love the same colors. There are some people out there who might not love this box as much as I do, and that's okay. But what it does is it gives you the most beautiful quality items to think outside the box and kind of grow yourself as a designer. You know, if teal is not your color, then use this as an opportunity to grow. Right? Use it as an opportunity to grow, and know that even though you are creating pieces that are outside of your comfort zone, you're doing it with beads that are not just junk. You know, I mean, they're top of the line, amazing quality beads that are absolutely beautiful. So even if the color palette is not your cup of tea, you're still putting together a piece of jewelry that you can really be proud of. And that, to me, I mean, it's like I get a gift every month with these boxes. You know,
I mean, they're so fun to put together. Like, this is one of the coolest projects we get to do at the shop. Like, they're a big effort. Rachel and I meet twice a week just on the box,
right?
Because we plan out months and months. We work on one box at a time, but like we have to basically be working on like months and months ahead, because we're picking out all the specific colors and custom gems, custom check. All the stuff with tier cuts, we had to like think about all those.
I mean, I I'm just minding my own business.
I'm gonna steal your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I really appreciate that, Sarah. We do a lot of we work hard in the box, so I feel like you really have got it for a long time, like since the beginning of like what we're going for. And you've also kind of seen the box evolve. It didn't used to have nearly the custom or like the specificity that I think it has now.
Right.
Where, because of the custom production, we were able to pick so many more types of shapes and colors than we ever did before.
Right.
And then basically since Tucson of this year, I've been able to work with cutters to produce a lot more gems for the box. That's also just been generally exciting in the shop itself. Is like, I have product lines like that have come out this year and coming out next year that are like totally custom to the shop.
Yeah.
And like that sort of thing is really, really exciting.
Yeah. And that just makes it even more special. That because you're getting something you're not going to get anywhere else, which to me makes that seals the deal for me. And I know we're like right here at the end of the holiday. Like I don't even want to tell you how many days are left until Christmas. However, if there's somebody in your life that would love this box, this is a great gift. And this is one of those, like, it's better than the Jelly of the Month Club, right? This is so much better because you're getting something to create with all year. You know, if you are that person, or maybe you want to give it to yourself, this is a great gift to yourself too. I mean, if you're not signed up, this is a great time because you're going to get started at the beginning of the year and you're going to get to experience from January to December, which is super exciting. So
yeah, Rachel and I basically have the next year mapped out, and it has some really cool themes in it. Like, we're very excited, like especially the next 6 months, like we are like basically are planned, and like, wow, there's some cool things coming. Kathy, the box is $49 a month plus shipping. I think it's $6 shipping if you're in the US. $6 if you're in the US.
Yeah.
And there is a gift option on the website. there's a button that says gift a box. So if you have someone that you think would really like one, you can gift a box, and so they'll get the January box in January as their gift. Otherwise, you can buy this exact box for $65. It's a little bit more. The boxes are a little bit more once we have already revealed them.
Right.
So you can kind of pick which way you want to do it. I think that hopefully that answers everyone's questions. I always love. I could be in for another hour here with you, or 5.
I
Sarah,
know. Me too. So tell me what else you got going on this week. Don't mind the dog paw. Whatever.
I'm just gonna zoom out in case we get more dog. There we go.
Yeah. This different dog now. They're interchangeable. I got one. Is
that Albert? Is Albert the golden?
Albert. Yeah. And he thinks that he fits in my lap, but he does not.
So it's Beadbox week here at the shop. We kicked off Friday with the unboxing, and then we continued today. And then tonight, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, is our Beadbox live sale. So I've got gems I've curated to go with the box. Lots of apatite and crystal quartz. What else did I give you? Oh yeah, rainbow moonstone, tanzanite.
Really nice.
Ooh.
So cool gems, and then Rachel does a lot of beautiful check glass. So like if you're a button lover, Rachel's has a lot more buttons for tonight on the sale.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's tonight at 5 o'clock, and then tomorrow with Danielle to do some even count peyote bracelets. And so that stream, I think that's 3 o'clock Pacific, if I'm not mistaken. That stream's already made on the Sans Chuck YouTube channel if you want to check the time there. So we've got, between today and tomorrow, we've got 2 classes with the Beadbox. We don't currently have a class scheduled for Friday, our usual time slot.
Yeah.
But we still have our Tuesday and Thursday live sales this week before Christmas week next week.
Gosh, I can't believe it's next week. Oh my goodness.
I like that really snuck up on me, Sarah. I did not see that coming. I was like, wait, I'm trying to take next week off? I thought I was taking like in a month. It's like, what, now?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. So yeah, which kind of brings me back around to for everybody who's interested in what I got going on this week. It is only this week because next week I'm taking the week off, like Sam mentioned. So Hardwired will be meeting this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then we will be back together on Friday for our Feel Good Friday show at 1 p.m. So there is a Feel Good Friday show this week. So don't forget, I'm not gone yet. You're not getting rid of me that easily. So Feel Good Friday.
It's a year-end celebration.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I've already got some things for Friday, and then I will be working on the rest tomorrow. So it's gonna be a good show. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. And then it's funny because I don't think Nicole realized what she just said. Nicole's posting as me, and she said something about when I said the Jelly of the Month club. She was like, I need a wine and chocolate a day club. I've got a project on Friday. I've got another live at 4 p.m. on Friday over on Art Beads, and I will be actually using a mix that's the chocolate and wine mix. So Nicole, I got you covered. It just kind of worked out. So this week is still going strong, but then next week, like I mentioned, I will be taking the whole week off so that you all can go and focus on family, and I can focus on family, and then I'll be back January 2nd, hitting it hard, ready for the new year. So there'll be reminders and stuff for all of that as well, because it never fails. Somebody misses it and they show up and they're like, wait, where are you?
It's hard to get the message everywhere.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I hope you have a wonderful week off and a lovely Christmas next week, Sarah.
Thank you, Sam. I'm so glad that I got to spend a day with you before all of the holiday chaos. I could not ask for a better beading buddy.
We got our holiday party.
We did. Yeah. So Yeah, I guess that's it for me. Hardwired, guys, will open for enrollment towards the end of the week, so don't forget about that as well. So 2 great gifts right there, Sam's Speed Box and membership to Hardwired. So if you want to take advantage of those 2 things, now is the time to do that, guys.
Those are great gift ideas.
Absolutely.
It'd be a good little combo pack together.
Oh, I know, right? Come hang out.
Get the beads and then learn.
All the beads. That's a great combo. I love it. All right, everybody.
I love that we're way over time.
I know. That's okay. That's all right. All right, everybody. I love you guys. I love you, Sam. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Love you, Sarah.
See you guys on Friday.
Happy holidays, everyone.
It's chaos in this room. I'm telling you.
I think we're still live.
Are we?